right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center. We're going to start out with a tune that everybody knows, so I invite you to stand up and sing along. It's called Swing Wide the Doors. 1, 2, here we go. Here we go. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. All right, thank you.
Good morning, everybody, and happy July 5th. It's good to see you all here today. Today is a very special day. We have a wonderful special guest speaker, Reverend Mindy Tucker. Mindy, would you stand up? And it has been my pleasure to know Mindy for quite a few years now. We were trying to figure that out last night. Mindy has served in various capacities in Unity. Most recently, she has been working with Unity Urban School and Unity, our headquarters, as a mentor towards ministerial candidates. And it just so happens she is Michael's mentor. So we are, yes. And we welcome you, Mindy, and we look forward to your lesson today. All right, now as we go on, let's pull out our phones and check in with our social media affirmation. Those of you who use social media, we are not separate. We are beginning our new series on moving from independence to interdependence. And we'll be talking more about that. Mindy will be talking more about that. Her lesson is called The Myth of Separation. So once you have checked in with your social media check-in, please put your phones on Do Not Disturb. Otherwise, we will answer them and Invite your friend, whoever's calling you. All right, announcements. We have some announcements today. We have a lot going on here at Unity Spiritual Center. I'm not going to cover everything, otherwise we'd be here for 2 hours. But you can go to our website, you can go to our Facebook page, you can go to any of our social media, you can read the e-letter, you can look on the church app on your phone. If you don't have it, just see us and we'll help you get it. Or you can even call the office and say, hey, what's going on this week? And we will be happy to tell you. A few highlights, though, for this week are, first of all, I have a class I'm going to be offering beginning on the, when am I starting that class? July 15th. It is a hybrid class. It's great to be in person, but if you live far away, for all of you out there in Facebook world, good morning. You can join us online. Just register for the class, and we will get you the link. And it's also offered for credit, SEE credit, if you are a credit student or want to be a credit student, and for membership, if you want to become a member of Unity Spiritual Center Albuquerque. It will qualify for that as well. So make sure you get registered, and even if you just want to take it for fun, it's going to be a really fun class on our foundational beliefs and ideas. So be sure to be there. Also, we are supporting Ernie Pyle this summer with our gift card drive, and thank you for everybody who has donated to that already. And also, we will be beginning the backpack drive for Mountain View Elementary School. And, we have a couple backpacks already. So, yes, always a good thing we do every year. The Rhythm Connection Drumming Circle is this coming Saturday at 3 o'clock. So if you like to drum, if you like to make joyful noise, that's a good place to do it. And one other announcements, as you know, we are the host for Heights Helping Hands. It's a food pantry for this area of the city, and Bianca is bringing up our new donation basket. Very nice basket. I believe there is a list of what items are needed. And you can also volunteer to come and help create the boxes or deliver them. And that is this Tuesday? Next Tuesday, yes.
We have time next Sunday to bring food donations
Right.
and or donate cash so that we can fill up the blessing boxes with food for all our neighbors who have food insecurity.
Yeah.
So this will be in the back corner of the foyer.
Yeah. Thank you, Bianca. Okay, and now with that, I'd like to invite up Rob Trella, our board president, to lead us in the mission, vision, and core values.
Morning, everybody. My name's Rob, trustee of the day. I hope everybody's having a great holiday weekend. Myself, I kind of went to sleep last night, missed everything. Getting older. We're going to do our core values, vision, and mission statement right now. We'll start with our mission. We inspire spiritual growth through honoring many paths, education, prayer, sacred service, and abundant living. Our vision, centered in love, we see a harmonious world of divine expression. Core values, we are Christ-centered, loving, inclusive, joyous, uplifted, open-minded, and fun. Our Unity Credo, we believe all people are created with sacred worth. We serve all people in emotional and spiritual ways. We welcome thy diversity of all. God and unity, leave no one out.
Thank you, Rob. It is time for a congregational song, so I invite you to stand. We're going to do This Is My Song to the tune of Finlandia. We've done it before, so I hope you remember. This is my song, O God of all the nations. country skies are bluer than the oceans, and sunlight beams on clover leaf and pine. But other lands have sunlight too in clover, and skies are everywhere as blue as mine. Oh, hear my song, thou God of all the nations, a song of peace for their land and for mine. This is my prayer, O Lord of all earth's kingdoms. Thy kingdom come, on earth thy will be done. Thy love be lifted up to light all countries, and hearts united learn to live as one. Oh, hear my prayer, the God of all the nations. Myself I give thee, let thy will be done. All right, thank you.
Susie Orchard am one of your prayer chaplains for today, and along with Josie Godfrey, we would be more than happy to pray with you on either side of the sanctuary. And if you would like to write a prayer, there are prayer slips in the back of the chairs, and you can do that, and we will pray for you and send it to Silent Unity, where they will hold you in prayer for 30 days.
In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room.
Today, July 5th, the word of the day is belong. I am fully divine and fully human. As the particle is to the wave, so is my humanity to my divinity. Today I celebrate oneness, divinity. I also rejoice in my humanity, knowing every person is unique and distinct. No matter what my station is in life, my personal history, or my circumstances, I am a valued member of the human family. A true sense of belonging is one of the most satisfying feelings. It's knowing I am at home, fully accepted just as I am, and valued for my unique contributions. I extend this understanding to everyone. I look beyond appearances and even my own preconceived notions to see the divinity in everyone. I honor their unique gifts just as I would want them to honor mine. In our humanity, we belong together. In divinity, there is only oneness. I am fully divine and fully human.
In this very room, there's quite enough love God's Spirit is in this very room. All right, we have Bill Brooks today as our soloist. This is a tune that goes back to the 60s. It's a really great tune. Get Together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love is but a song we sing, fears away we die. You can make the mountains ring or make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing and you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on each other. Everybody gets together, try and love one another right now. Some may go and some may go, and we will surely pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on each other. Everybody gets together, try and love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on each other. Everybody gets together, try and love one another right now. If you hear the song we sing, you will understand. You hold the key to love and fear in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on each other. Everybody get together, try and love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on each other. Everybody gets together, try and love one another right now. Everybody sing it with me one last time. Come on, people now, smile on each other. Everybody gets together, try and love one another right now. Right now. Right now. Bill Brooks, thank you.
For having me in your spiritual home. A couple of things Reverend Gordon didn't say about me was on April 12th, I retired from pulpit ministry. Oh, yes. And I moved home to my place of birth, the city where I grew up, actually the city where I lived until I was 54 years old, when my call to ministry was stronger than my desire to stay in paradise. So I left Honolulu and moved to Hartford, Connecticut. And when I told people I was moving to Connecticut, they were like, they all did the head tilt. You know, it's really beautiful there. 2 winters later, I moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, and eventually I moved to Arizona. And I can tell you that I love the American Southwest. I think it's a phenomenal place to be, and it's a phenomenal place to be in. My mother grew up in New Mexico, and even though I was born in Honolulu, I would come from time to time and I would think the only thing that would make New Mexico perfect, and I want you to know this is my opinion, is an ocean. Right? It's so beautiful. Well, the average American moves 10 to 12 times in their life. And if you're an overachiever like me, you've moved a little bit more, but we move usually when we graduate from high school, and sometimes when we leave college, and then we have a job, and then we have a relationship or two, and all of those movements are an invitation to be in a new place, maybe a new city, but definitely a new home. And every time I got to a new home, I would practice accumulation. And when I got ready, I learned the hard way. When I got ready to move, I practiced de-accumulation. So in April, with that date, retirement date looming, I was getting ready to move and de-accumulate, and I called my son who lives in Eugene, Oregon, and I said, how would you like some free furniture? All it involves is a U-Haul and time in your schedule. And he said, Mom, I'll take the filing cabinets and the cedar chest and that, blah, 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 blah. And then he said, do you know how many podcasts we can listen to on the drive? And I thought, no, how many? I'm not usually a podcast listener. But anyway, on our second day out, we got in this conversation about how important it is to become independent, and at the same time to recognize that we're in an interconnected community, whether it's our family unit or our work unit or just where we live. And what a dichotomy that is, and how do we navigate it? And honestly, I have discussions like this all the time with my older son, Mark, and my younger son, Chris, but this one was with my older son, Mark, because they grew up in unity and they have a curious mind. And then he says, Mom, I've got the perfect podcast for us to listen to. So we listened to this 38-minute podcast. How many of you are familiar with Chase Hughes at all? I had never heard of him, so it's okay. But Chase Hughes is a behaviorist, he's a neuroscientist, he's a persuasion expert. He works with the military, intelligence agencies, corporations, executives, and he is incredibly curious, and he brings what Entrepreneur Magazine calls Jason Bourne skills to everything that he's interested in. Spirituality and universal truth is something he's interested in. So it took Mark and I 4 hours to listen to this 38-minute podcast. But it was mind-blowing for me, because here what Chase Hughes did was he looked at about 190 different ancient texts, and he synthesized them, and he came down until this one sentence: truth doesn't belong to one place or one people. Now take a breath into that, because I think as Unity people, we recognize that we have a truth that we understand, and we're lifelong learners. Lots of times we're called truth students because we're always trying to have a deeper understanding of this vast something that we call God. Now, what Chase Hughes did was he looked at these 190 or so different ancient texts written thousands of years apart, written thousands of miles apart by people who had no way to communicate with each other. And yet it could all be distilled down into 5 basic truths. You know, 5 is such a good number for us Unity people. But 5 basic truths. And the reason why it's important, well, here you go. This is the next slide. But the reason why it's important is because culturally we identify ourselves by our differences. We identify ourselves by our different nationalities. We identify ourselves by our different gender, or our different likes, or our different dislikes. And we spend a lot of time with these differences, so much so that over the course of human history, we have bought into a myth of separation. I think most of you are of an age that you might remember a television show called Mythbusters. Mythbusters aired in the early part of this century. That seems so weird to say that. In the early part of this century. And what they did was they took pieces of wisdom or cultural somethings, and they looked at it, and over the course of the show, they applied scientific testing to see whether it was true or not. And I can't tell you how disappointed I was to find out that the 10-second rule for dropping food on the floor was a myth. So today we're going to look at the myth of separation, and then at the end of my time with you, hopefully we can all clap and say, it's a myth. It's a myth, our idea of separation. So what Chase Hughes did was he took all these ideas from these different ancient texts, and he came up with these 5 truths. Number 1, you are not separate, you never were, you never could be. Ancient worldwide wisdom. Say that 3 times fast. Worldwide wisdom. Number 2, fear is an illusion. Love is the truth. And this isn't the romantic love. This is the kind of love that we get in alignment with. This is what Charles Fillmore would call the harmonic frequency. It's about being in alignment. Number 3, your mind is not a camera, it's a projector. Eric Butterworth, Unity writer Eric Butterworth says, we see the world not as it is, but as we are. We take our consciousness, and that's our filter for when we look out into the world. Number 4, your enemy is not the world. The enemy is your ego. And he defines ego as that part of our conscious mind, that part of our thinking that we've developed to help us survive our fears. And number 5, everything is connected. So, big truths. In someone else's words, another American writer, we can say we find these truths to be self-evident. And we could talk about them for a month of Sundays, but Reverend Gordon only invited me for one Sunday. So anyway, we're going to focus on number 1, and the reason why number 1 is true is because number 5 is true. You were not separate. You never were. You never could be. Conceptually speaking, think about a wave and the ocean. The wave has to have enough awareness to recognize that it's developed its own shape and its own movement. and yet it is an expression of the ocean. The wave only begins to suffer when it thinks it's separate from the ocean. So with self-awareness, the wave will say, I am a unique expression of the ocean, and I am here happily, joyfully, peacefully, lovingly expressing as the ocean. And the concept works because we can see that the wave is a part of the ocean. We can see that the wave is water. We can see that the ocean is water. And we say, yes, that's a beautiful illustration. However, I cannot see that I am a part of God. I cannot see that I'm a unique expression of God. I cannot see that I'm a part of this vast energy that we call God. So what do? Over time, we develop the myth of separation as a way to help us address what we do not understand. So technically, the analogy doesn't work, even though in the book of Acts, the apostle tells us, in God, we live, move, and have our being. So let's say that together. In God, we live, move, and have our being. So it's like the spiritual truth is there. We get the spiritual reminders that the spiritual truth is there. And yet there's this great paradox that somehow we have to be independent in order to be interdependent. And it's very much like human development. When we're born, we don't see ourselves as separate from our mother. But then pretty soon, we begin to discern me, not me. And then as a toddler, it's all about mine, right? And then as an adolescent, as a teenager, we say, I am not my parents. Right? And then finally, as a young adult, we get to say we have our own dreams, we have our own path, we have our own values. And this works together in this magical family group, whether or not it's our original family group, our family of origin, but we find some kind of system to be interdependent with so that we can differentiate and become our own unique person. So in that interdependent group, when our relationships become dysfunctional or unhealthy, there is actually a time when it's important to, for lack of a better word, separate. And maybe the better word is distance. We have to legally separate or physically separate, but somehow in consciousness, we have to become distant from that interdependence group. Modern day guru Alan Cohen says there is no private good. So if it's good for one of the parties, then on some level, it has to be good for the other. So in my mind, the first experience I think of is divorce. If it's good for one of the parties, it's got to be good for both parties. 250 years ago, the 13 colonies decided that it was time for some distance between them and Britain, the British Empire. It was actually good for both parties because over time, both parties were able to differentiate, to find their own values, their own path, their own way of being in a way that when we interact, and we have interacted many times since then, collaborated, depended on each other. World War I, World War II, all these other wars, all these other adventures that we've had together, it's been the best thing. So in this process of either distancing, but definitely differentiating. We get to be our own unique expression of the divine. Each of us is here for a holy purpose. We're here for a reason. And that reason is for healing, for reconciliation, for being that light, for being that peace in the world. Each of us has a holy purpose, and it expresses uniquely as us. My holy purpose is not the same as Reverend Gordon's, as wonderful as he is, or Reverend Michael's, or yours. We're each here for a holy purpose. I'm 2 weeks in to my 5-week road trip, and I haven't listened to any podcasts. Like I said, it's not my thing, but I still got time. I still got time. What I'm mostly doing on this road trip is going to 11 different national parks that are new to me. And in those national parks, I love hiking. I even like hiking in national monuments. And my first national monument, my first solo hike on this trip was to go to Sunset Crater Volcanic National Monument, which is just north of Flagstaff. And there I was hiking through the volcano fields, and there were aspens. Aspens. You guys have them here. Colorado they're famous for them, but I know you have them here. And I love aspens. And I don't know what you know about aspens, because you could look at a grove of 100 different trees and see them as individual trees. But the truth about aspens is they're all a part of one unique system. They have one unique energy system, one root system that is connecting them all. So I think this is a much better analogy than the wave and the ocean, because we can see those aspens. And if we were to dig up the soil, we could see the one living organism that connects them all. So when we look at an aspen, we can see its scars, its shape, its personality. And we can know at the same time that it's part of one vast network. I want to say one more thing about differentiation, and that is to come back to how important it is for us to live with this paradox of being a part of oneness, one light, one love, one peace, one source, and at the same time being our unique self. There's a story about a gifted violinist who, when she finishes with school, she gets hired by a first-rate orchestra. And she goes to this new town, this new city with no friends, and there she is going to rehearsal after rehearsal, playing her violin, and she feels invisible. And she feels like if she were to disappear, the orchestra would never miss her, because she was but one of 20 violinists. Not long after that, they had a rehearsal in one evening, and the conductor stops the music after just a few measures, and he looks right at her and he says, "I hear you trying to blend in, and I want you to know that blending in is important. But what's more important is your unique tone and what you bring to the entire orchestra, because we need your tone." So months later, when they were in the final movement of the symphony, she finally got that the flow was in her and she was in the flow, and yet her unique part made the beauty of something that was greater than her. Unity writer Eric Butterworth says this: the omnipresence of God means that we don't ever leave the flow, even when we are negative or resistant. I have never been negative or resistant. Except for yesterday, no. But we do create a belief of separation that isn't really there. So I've laid a few things out for you, a few analogies, a few stories, and it's time now to put your own discernment into play, to bring in that 12 power, that one power of wisdom, and say, is it possible for us to be separate, or is separation a myth? Okay, we got a few, so we've made progress. Because I think it rarely happens that we have a flash of insight. I think it rarely happens. I think it's this slow, delightful, blooming awareness that comes in, and we test it every day. We test it. Am I one with the universe? Am I one with God? Am I one with everything? Am I interconnected, or am I independent? And maybe what we're really looking for is differentiation, so we can recognize our beauty, our contribution, and how much the world needs us to be us. So if this is something that interests you and you want a little more of it and you want to add your own claps at the end of the day, I have an affirmation for you. And here's the affirmation. I am uniquely myself. I have never been other than God expressing. The world needs me to be me. Let's say it together. I am uniquely myself, and I have never been anything other than God expressing. The world needs me to be me. Take a breath and let's come into a time of meditation, a time of integration, a time of recognizing the value of this spiritual community, to recognize the value of our own courage, to take a look at our lives and come into discernment about truly what is ours to do. To lay down and reinforce those tracks of love, of light, of passion. To amplify what is uniquely ours to give. That smile, that laughter. And even if it only happens on Sunday, holding the hand of another person. Love is the energy that emanates from the heart, wanting nothing but the best for the object of its affection. Each of us is a beloved expression of God. A love that knows no difference. A love that we are in alignment with right here and right now. Opening our hearts a little bit more and a little bit deeper. We give a moment to the holy and sacred silence. fully immersed in the love, the light, and the phenomenal energy of Source. We come back to this time and this place with our scars, with our shape, with our capacity to dance in the wind, uniquely expressing as ourselves. That vast energy that we call God. So it is, and so we let it be. Amen, amen, amen. Coming back with the breath, following that stream of energetic light, opening your eyes, recognizing the beauty of your community all around you, knowing that you're in the right place at the right time, right now, and with great gratitude for my opportunity to be with you today. Thank you.
All right, Bill has another song for us. Thank you, Mindy. That was beautiful. That whole. We'll just go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by, and we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving love in a family dose. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. Yeah, we are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got all my sisters with me. Hey, hey, we are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Living life is fun, and we've just begun to get our share of this world's delights. High hopes we have for the future and our goals inside. No, we won't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong, this is our family jewel. We are family, yeah, 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 yeah. I got all my sisters with me. Hey, hey, we are family, yeah, 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 yeah. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. Hey, hey, we are family, yeah, yeah. Get up, everybody, and sing. Everybody, one more time. We are family, yeah, 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 yeah. I got all my sisters with me. Hey, hey. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill and Soul Shine Band. That was, I don't know, but it kind of reminded me of the movie The Birdcage. Right now, it's time in our service for our tithes and love offerings, and there's many ways we can give. It's you could give in person. You could use the Church Center app. You can go online at uscabq.org/give. You could also use the phone number there, and also the QR code there, which will lead you to that. So let's see, we're going to do our offering blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. I'm everyday people. There is a blue one who can't accept the green one, for living with the fat one, trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks. So on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. Ooh, sha-sha. We got to live together. I can be better, and neither are you. We all the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can't figure out what bag I'm in. I am everyday people. There is a long hair that doesn't like the short hair, for being such a rich one that will not tip the poor one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. Ooh, sha-sha. We got to live together. There is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. Ooh, sha-sha. I am everyday people.
Okay, now it is time for our prosperity dedication. In a universe overflowing with the allness of God, all the needs and desires of Unity Spiritual Center and those we serve are bountifully met from every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected. Our abundant good is here now. Thank you, God.
All right, thank you, Rob.